exactly. Yeah. Oh, hello. Welcome to the Alex Baker Show podcast, episode 24. Darth Maul goes to the mall. Imagine how amazing that would be.
I was just going to say, can we think about what that would be like for a second?
It'd be in Selfridges, like, just murdering everyone with his savage double-ended lightsaber.
Yeah.
Can I buy those shoes, please, Mr. Man at the office concession? No. Now can I buy them?
I'm sure he'd just take them, to be honest.
Wow, man, some seriously good comedy here.
Yeah.
This is why we're number 75 in the chart. Or whatever. When Ian Lee and Radio 4 are flying high.
It's alright, we were beating Weekend Wogan the other day.
Yes! F*** you, Wogan!
Come at me, Wogan.
Oh, yes.
I love Wogan. He's like the dad like no one ever had, unless he's actually got kids. Has he got kids?
Probably.
Imagine being a mini Wogan. Imagine you wake up in the morning and you're like, you want to cry because you're hungry, not because he's like starving his children, but just because it's the morning and you've not eaten yet. And it like, rather than going, cornflakes, you go like this. Oh, what's wrong, Mini Wogan? Could I have some cornflakes? He'd have this amazing voice. Oh, I'm sure there's a better way.
From birth.
Better way I could have explained that, but yeah, screaming's my favourite thing. So anyway, welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for downloading it. Much obliged. Always a pleasure to see you on here. Make your acquaintance, young fella my lad, young fella my lady, or old fella my lad, or old fella my lady. Big up as well to all the international listeners. If you're not in the UK, not in Ireland, not in Scotland, well, hold on, Scotland's part of the UK. Is Scotland still part of the UK?
Yes.
They're umming and ahhing about that though, aren't they?
Well, no, they're not umming and ahhing whether it still be part of the UK. It's a little bit more specific than that. It's to do with sort of politics and government ruling and stuff like that. It's not actually going to leave the UK.
Well, they're not going to. I didn't think they were going to like bomb the border and like sever it. You had to get a ferry over to Scotland. What do you mean politically? So they decided whether...
I don't know. Do I look like I know?
No, you really don't. You really, really don't.
If you're Scottish and you understand the world, get in touch.
Yeah, or British. Is that still... I say British.
Yeah,
English.
Yeah.
I'm so crap at this. This has got me in trouble before, you know, because I've said, the UK and Ireland, and then people go, what do you mean? Oh, no, that doesn't work. I don't know anything about geography.
Okay, so hear me now.
Hear me now!
The official title of the sort of collection of countries we live in is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
Oh, is that right?
So Great Britain is the long bit, which has Wales, England and Scotland.
Yeah.
And then Northern Ireland is separate. So Northern Ireland isn't part of Great Britain, but it's part of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
Right, got you.
Yeah.
So England is just the bit without Wales and without Scotland.
Yeah.
Got it. So the point is, if you're not in this area, if you're overseas, like in Europe, no, because we're in Europe. Why can't I get anything right? I'm so crap at.
So you can say if you're listening outside of the UK,
or yes, yeah, if you're listening outside of the UK or outside of Europe.
Yeah, but even people outside of the UK but on mainland Europe, that's still quite exciting.
Yeah, that's still pretty cool.
You know, we've got a lot of bros in Belgium.
Yeah, what up, Belgique?
We've got Belgique.
What are you saying? What are you saying, Belgique?
Yeah.
And all the people over there in, I don't know.
Luxembourg.
What are you saying, Luxo? Keeping it tight. Aight. Yeah. But anyway, hello to everyone. That's the point. Christ, I sound like such a f***ing idiot.
Oh no.
Let's just go to it.
Before we...
show.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to tell you a joke. Do you want to hear a joke?
Oh, yeah, go on then.
I've been excited about this one all week.
Brilliant.
Why does Snoop Dogg carry an umbrella?
I don't know.
For the drizzle.
Stand by for audio. Got it.
And now,
The Alex Baker Show
brings you one of the most exciting events it's ever been our privilege to bring.
Here we go again.
And this is just the beginning.
The Alex Baker Show podcast.
yeah, I know what you mean, man. I can't get my head around it. I'm honest. Absolutely ridiculous. But so, what's the crack with Hayley? Have you spoken to Hayley recently?
I still haven't heard from her actually.
I haven't seen her in weeks. I don't know whether she's just not bothering to come to the show anymore, or whether it's not something's happened to her. I literally haven't heard from her in weeks. She usually texts me saying, "Come on, I'm going out getting pissed. Ray, come along, woo!"
Yeah, because I think the first week she couldn't do it. She texted and said she was busy, but since then
Yeah.
I've not heard anything.
Well, so she's not coming tonight.
No, but weirdly, Louise called me actually.
Louise, what the Louise who stands in for the one that
Yeah.
the one that last time she came, it was almost like she kidnapped Hayley. That
Oh god, yeah, it was a bit weird, wasn't it? But yeah, anyway, she said she could come and do the show tonight if we needed her.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So
I think weird that Hayley's gone missing again though around the same time that Louise was suddenly cool.
Yeah, that's true actually.
That is a bit weird.
Yeah, because she's been quiet for ages until Hayley disappeared.
Should we ask about me? Oh, she's coming.
Oh,
Let's open the door.
What up?
hello. You're right.
How you doing, Louise?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Yeah,
bad,
cool,
no.
not bad. So we haven't seen you in ages.
I know. It feels good to be back though.
How have you been?
Yeah, lots of change. It's all good.
Lots of change.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll discuss that a little bit later when we go on air. We'll discuss it. So just out of interest, me and Kev were just talking before you came in. Have you seen Hayley at all recently?
Hayley. Hayley, short hair, blondish,
Yeah, the one
cute.
that normally does the show.
Yeah.
Yes, like,
Yeah.
The one that seems to always go missing. Let's face it. I'm just going to be bold about this, Kev.
yeah.
The one that always goes missing whenever you turn up.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not like I tie her up in my basement.
I know what Noel was saying.
No.
No, it's not like I confiscate her phone so she can't call anyone just so I can come on the Alex Baker show because I love you both so much and I kind of, just always want to be here and that's why I'm always hanging around the studio. It's not that reason.
Yeah.
No, of course it isn't.
No one would be that crazy, right? I mean, we're only us. We're normal guys.
Yeah, that would be bonkers.
Yeah.
Normal but beautiful.
I only have
Yeah,
to-
that's nice of you. Oh, what?
Like beautiful in a normal sort of friend way. Like you'd totally say to one of your mates.
Yeah, like your best mate.
Yeah.
Just like, not even your best mate, just like someone you barely know. Just
Yeah.
say it to them.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Beautiful.
Right.
Warning.
Hey y'all, it's revolution up in this bitch.
The Alex
Baker.
Show. Kerrang Radio.
Dude, what's up?
Hey man, the other day when I was kicking it in the back seat, I heard these wild sounds. What was that?
It's
Sunday, the Alex Baker Show on Sunday. Everybody's downloading the podcast. Sunday, 10 till 12 on Sunday. Everybody's downloading the podcast. Up in here, up in here, up in here, up in here. Alex Baker, subscribe, rate, and review the pod. Cast.
At least I have chicken.
The Alex Baker Show. Kerrang Radio.
Oh, it feels so good to be back in his Ooh. Almost fainted there, not going to lie. Welcome to the show. It's Kerrang Radio, Sunday night, 10 till 12. You know the score. It's time for the Alex Baker Show. Me, you, Tommy, Kevin, Hayley, sitting around chatting about various different things. If you've never heard the show before, what the hell's the matter with you? Welcome to it. Lovely to make your acquaintance. I hope you're feeling absolutely marvellous. I'm feeling quite pumped up, as you might be able to tell. I love Sunday nights. It's my favourite part of the week. On Sign from 8 till 10, of course, the Alex Baker Show. Following that, all the way through till 12 o'clock at night. There's not a single show in the rest of the UK that's anything like this show. That is a promise, sort of. Haven't really researched that, but it's not really based on anything factual. But I'm going to say it anyway, because that's how I roll. Never let the truth slow you down. That's the slogan that I want you to all bear in mind forever. So, the Alex Baker Show isn't just about me. You know that bit in Family Guy?
Yeah.
Is it Julia Roberts?
Yeah.
You talk about Julia Roberts and it just cuts to a picture of Julia Roberts and she just goes, me. It's brilliant. It's not just about me. It's also about other people in the studio and you guys at home chilling. Whether you're at home, whether you're driving a taxi cab around right now. What up to all the taxi drivers out there? What are you saying, players? Also, big up to all the truckers. Just trucking motherfuckers. Whoever you may be, no matter where you are, I love you and thank you so much for joining us. It is awesome having you on board this very show. Oh, I said on board. Are you on board? But the show wouldn't be the same without a man who's sitting to my kind of left and diagonally in front of me slightly.
To the northeast.
Shh, don't talk, I haven't introduced you yet. He's wearing elbow pads
Yeah.
that are so awful. Not only have you got elbow pads on, you've also got shoulder pads.
Yeah, well, they're more patches than pads because they don't elevate. They're just on top of.
Yes, they're
flat.
Protect
Yeah.
that hard wearing area that is your shoulders. He's hairy. He's had a haircut. I haven't mentioned it. because there wasn't a reason. I just didn't want to give him the satisfaction of telling him that I noticed his haircut. It looks quite good. It's kind of going for that kind of Liam from Cancer Bats slish/slosh at the side with long at the top look. 80s rockabilly style. 80s rockabilly, does that work? I don't know.
Rockabilly's more 60s.
I don't know. I don't know my genres.
Don't upset the rockabilly crowd.
Yeah, it does not upset them.
They're mental.
With their big ears and their big shoes.
And their roller derby.
And their Brill cream. And their roller derby. Have you seen that film Whip It? Anyway, I've got off the point. His name is none other than the legend Kevin Mother Hinkley.
Me.
What are you saying, player?
Me.
Kevin's not the only person in the studio tonight. Oh, no. To my right, she's delectable. She's also part murderer. Please help us if she murders all the other girls on the show. She's beautiful. She's wearing a wonderful scarf. She's got her swept. She's rubbing her boobs. What are you doing there?
I was rubbing the scarf.
Oh, right, okay. She's got swept blonde hair, a pretty smile, and a gorgeous radio voice. Her name is none other than Louise. None other than Louise.
Hello.
Evans.
What an
Howshaw.
introduction.
How you doing, Louise?
I am good. I am happy to be back in the studio with you beautiful people.
Yeah, thanks for that. So it's brilliant to have you back on the show. You step in when Hayley's not here. Hayley's not been here for a while. Last time you were on the show, we had a really bizarre phone call from Hayley when you went out to the toilet and Hayley rang us and she sounded really distressed. And she was
I don't
talking
know how she did that. I'd taken her phone away. I mean, I don't know how she did that.
You'd taken her phone away?
No.
I'm sure that's what you just said.
No,
You
I
just said
didn't.
you'd taken her phone away.
No, you're hearing things. Definitely hearing things.
I heard that too.
You're hearing it too. You're hearing things. You've both got this weird hearing things problem.
We have got a weird thing, though, that you may not be aware of because you've not been on the show in a while. Me and Kev have this uncanny ability. We pre-recorded this show over Christmas, and since then we've had this uncanny time-travelling ability to completely know what each other's going to say at the same time. It's really creepy. Kev, do you reckon we can still do it?
Yeah, man.
Let's give it a go. Let's think of a word. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Scrambled eggs on toast! How is this possible?
I thought this would have resolved itself by now.
That is some freaky shizzle.
Louise, you can see us in the studio. Are we cheating? Are we writing anything down?
You've got some weird psychic connection.
It's weird. It's really weird. Kev, this is actually really weird. We could probably make quite a lot of money out of this, to be fair. Right, you think of a word. Any word.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Protractor!
Whoa.
Okay, I'm going to say 1. 1, 2, 3. There ain't no party like a West Coast party! That's so weird! Devon! It's so weird! How is this happening? Louise, have you got any explanations?
You two are having some sort of love affair?
It's so... Why would that make us sort of be able to read each other's minds? Have you been able to read the mind of every person you've ever made love to?
You don't want me to answer that question.
Okay. So Louise is in his house. Very exciting time. We're just going to brush past that weird supernatural ability that me and Kevin have developed since Christmas. Now, Louise, let me ask you a very simple, plain question.
Okay.
How is your love life, darling?
It's fabulous.
Yes, I've
Fabulous,
heard a
darling.
rumour on the rumour mill that you may have a new squeeze.
I do indeed. I love that you're calling him a squeeze.
A squeeze. I like that word. I'm going to bring that back. 90s chic. So what's his name? Where's he come from?
His name's Simon. He's a graphic designer and he's
Is he?
32. Yeah.
And he's a Jew.
32.
Oh, I thought you said 72.
I don't like an older man, but that's going too far.
Two very different interpretations there. Just to clarify what Louise said there about liking an older man, but that goes too far. You're talking about the 72, not him being a Jew.
Yeah, the 72.
Yeah, not like some sort of weird
Oh, no.
anti-Semite.
No.
Okay. Just getting that. Just to make that very clear.
72 is a bit.
We haven't invited a neo-Nazi onto the show. So that's good. So he's 32. And how old are you?
24.
24? He's old enough to be your dad if he was really pervy at a young age.
Oh, yeah.
So what's he like?
He's awesome.
Why did you choose to go out with him rather than me or Kev?
Because you guys wouldn't return my calls.
Yeah, that's because of the murderous stuff that you do to Hayley.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
But so you tell me about him. What? Gushy? Yeah, be as gushy as
Can't
you
be
like.
gushy. Will
Gush
your
all over the
listeners
place.
be like,
I want it to be like Niagara up in this.
Right then. He's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Always helps.
Yeah, well, of course.
He's super fit. He does Ironmans. Crazy mofo.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So that's it's like 2.5 miles swim.
People die doing that, don't they?
60-odd mile bike ride and then a full marathon that you run after that, all in one day, in one go.
Does he know that you're a murderer?
Does now.
Right, anyway, so Kev's here.
Hi.
Kevin, young whippersnapper, I have to ask. I don't want to. It's never interesting, but... Check!
What has
Pray tell.
what has Kevin done this week? Nothing.
Shoot.
This week, my sort of biggest challenge and what dominated a lot of my time was cleaning out the Daegu cage.
The what?
Oh, right. Okay, so for people that don't know, which is everyone, Kev's bought a pet, or a couple of pets.
4.
They're called Daegus.
Yeah.
Now, Daegus, apparently Kev was telling me about this, are the reason I'm doing all this for you is because you tell it so boring that I'm giving it some flavour.
Okay.
Right, so Daegus are these incredible little rat creatures that apparently Kev was telling me have got the most complicated language system in the world.
Yeah.
And they literally go like, is it true? They go like this. Kerrang Radio, Alex Big Show, Sunday nights. Is that right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that really true?
Not far off that. Yeah.
Can you get a recording of them one time and bring it in?
I'll give it a go.
One time.
Most of it's a bit high pitched though, so it might not.
Really?
pick up. It's like really high.
Is it? So what are they? They're like little rat creatures.
They're sort of South American ground squirrels is their sort of other name.
South
They
American
sound uber
ground.
cute.
They are cute. So they're like a cross between squirrels, chinchillas, rat. They're a bit of everything.
So like just basically across the board rappers' coats.
Yeah.
Just like mix of rappers' coats.
Yeah.
So you got a bit of Puff Daddy coat, bit of a Dirty South coat.
Yeah.
Dirty South isn't a rapper. I'm just saying words now. Okay, cool. So and what have you been doing with these?
So I had to clean out their cage.
Poor creatures.
But the problem with that was where to put them while I was cleaning out
Imagine
the
if
cage.
you were owned by Kev. Imagine if Kev was your dad.
Whoa.
Oh my
Whoa,
God,
Alex.
I know.
Let's not inflict that kind of thought on listeners.
Exactly. Feel awful. Anyway, carry on. Cleaning out the cage. This is already boring.
They love me. Yeah, but I didn't know where to put them while I was cleaning out the cage because I couldn't just let them out because they'd just
That'd
disappear.
be wild. Put them in the microwave. Don't put them in the microwave. Oh my God, don't do that, anyone.
So I had to bring a box home from work, and then of course there was like 3 days where we didn't get any deliveries, so there was no boxes lying around. I was like, oh, what am I going to do? Eventually got one, put some holes in it, but then I had to coax them into the box from the cage, and I had to do that using a smaller box, which was a mince pie box left over from Christmas, but I was worried that had sugar in it.
Isn't he so
I was a
boring?
bit worried about their diet.
Listen to him just
Aw.
whittering on.
Human food
He's
that
so
tastes
enthusiastic about it, though.
So-
just
so I had
banging
to
on.
give it- I gave
Look
it
at his
a
little
wipe
face.
He's still going,
down
listen.
with a kitchen roll and cleaned it eventually enough so that it wouldn't harm them. So I managed to. So then I put the mince pie box in the cage. Put a little bit of their food.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
dull.
'Cause they actually
I'm
have
tuning
special
out now.
nuggets, they have Daegu nuggets, they're not allowed to-
I wonder what other radio stations are doing. Don't find
I
out.
put a couple of
Stay with
Daegu
us.
nuggets in the bottom of the mince pie box and eventually coaxed them in there, lifted the box out, there's tails flapping
Oh, cool,
everywhere.
yeah, brilliant.
Got them into the bigger box and then
Yeah.
I could clean the cage.
Hey, problem solved.
Yeah, woo.
And that took all week.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what you've done all week.
Yeah.
You cleaned out a cage.
Yeah.
That's it. Excellent. Well, I'm glad I asked. Check!
What has
Pray tell.
what has Kevin done this week? Nothing.
There we go. So, lots of things going on in the show tonight. We're doing an episode of Hayley Tells You How very soon, where Hayley tells you how to do something. Going to be talking about my DJ diaries, and a man from the States has stolen my DJ diaries. More on that later on. We're going to be revealing, or not, the greatest film of all time. The reason I say revealing or not is because we're actually not. I just started that sentence wrong. So we're not going to be revealing that. Look forward to that.
But we're going to be talking about the fact that we're not going to be revealing it.
Yeah. Wow, that's going to be brilliant. We're going to be playing another round of Try Using It in a Sentence today and be talking about, ladies and gentlemen, this is very exciting. Tonight on the Alex Baker Show, live from across the Birmingham region to you, wherever you are, we're going to be launching a brand new revolution. Yeah.
Love it when we launch a new revolution.
There have been many revolutions over the years. We've had... I love it when we release a new revolution. We've done the telephone revolution, the purposefully not understanding sarcasm revolution, the name badge revolution, the taking signs literally revolution, also known as the Ronsu revolution, the not being an arsehole revolution, and tonight we'll be revealing a brand new revolution to add into the mix of revolutions. Yeah. Yeah, that's coming up later. Also, in a second, we're going to be talking about a brand new feature called Awesome Coincidences That Exist, which is awesome and so coincidental, it makes my mind hurt with the coincidentalness. It's not got a jingle
Catchy.
yet. Yeah. I think it's probably going to go something like, awesome coincidences that exist, which is awesome and so coincidental, it makes my mind hurt with the coincidentalness. I think that's how it's going to go. But right now, I want to mention something very exciting. A lot of people might not be aware of this, especially if you're new listeners, in which case, don't like you as much as the old. They've been here around longer. They're better than you. No, not really. I embrace you all. I love you all very much, and thank you for listening to the show. It is stupid, and I very much appreciate that you give up such a large part of your life to be here with us and listen to us witter on about all kinds of So, you may not be aware of the fact that we started a religion on this show. Yes, we together formulated a religion. We took religion apart and we started again from the ground up. And you guys all worked with us together on the show to create the ultimate religion. A religion entitled Bakeology. Yes, that's right. We're not going to go into all the little details of Bakeology right now, but what I will say is that it's a religion based on the notion of personal responsibility. At its heart, what it's all about is the following statement. You, my friend, are responsible for your own actions. Simple as that. Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Sounds good.
All in agreement. So, this is how the religion works. Kevin, me and you are going out.
Oh, yeah.
We're loving it. We're so in love. It's brilliant.
Totes amazeballs.
Totes amazeballs. We've both got personal responsibility. We understand that we're our own people and we're responsible for our own actions. But then, one day, in a fit of madness, I cheat on you. And you are gutted.
Devastated.
Gutted to your core. Why wouldn't you be? It's Alex Baker from the Alex Baker. You had it all going for you. Now what have you got? Nothing. Just little rat creatures that speak weird. So... I'm joking.
They don't love me like you did.
I know. By breaking your trust, have broken one of the fundamental ethics of Bakeology. And now I have lost my right to be annoyed with you if you were to cheat on me.
Yeah.
That's how the religion works. You have a list of rights, which I can't be bothered to read out because there's loads, but you have a list of rights, and if you did something bad to someone, if I cheated on you, I've lost the right to be annoyed if you cheat on me.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Yeah,
I like that. It's clever.
It's clever. But then there's the notion of forgiveness. So that won't necessarily be the case forever. One day I might turn around to you and say, do you know what, Kev? No, you might turn around to me because I've cheated on you, haven't you? And say, do you know what, Alex? Long time has passed. I forgive you. And at that point, we're back to square one. And if you go and cheat on me now, I've got every right to be annoyed about it because you forgave me. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's how it works. So what's really, really interesting about this is if you apply this religion to like political situations, you end up with a whole myriad of examples of interesting things. And one of them has actually come up in the news this week. I don't know if you've heard about this, but apparently there is going to be no compensation for criminals. So if you're a criminal and you're a convicted criminal and then someone does a criminal act to you, you're no longer entitled to any form of compensation.
Oh my God!
That's interesting.
I think they're making this law. It's been in the news all week. I think they're making this law. And isn't that interesting? Because that is like totally Bakeology.
Yeah.
In practice.
That's totes
But
bakeballs.
how does that work? Because if they've served their time in prison and then they're out, technically haven't they been forgiven because they've done their time?
No, because the person, according to the tenets of Bakeology, the person that has been sinned upon
has to forgive them.
Yeah, the government can't forgive them, or the state can't forgive them. That's to be the person that they actually did wrong to in the first place. So no, unless they've got their forgiveness from that person, they've still lost their rights to be annoyed when wronged themselves. Isn't that interesting?
That is really interesting.
I think that's a really interesting thing, that the actual law in the UK is taking on Bakeology. The principles of it.
He should be Prime Minister next.
I think that's the way this is going, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think I'm building my army. I'm building my
Jeremy
legions.
Clarkson for Prime Minister. Someone out there needs to set up a group. Alex Baker for Prime Minister.
Has someone set up a group that they want Jeremy Clarkson to be Prime Minister?
Apparently, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's got quite a few people that are
God,
in
that
the
would be
group.
awful. The guy's complete
Can I be Chancellor of the Exchequer?
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I just like it's the best of all the political titles. No, but if you say it in the right way, it sounds like some sort of epic Nordic character or something, doesn't it? The Chancellor of the Exchequer.
Oh man, the Chancellor of the Exchequer sounds like the most epic thing ever. So it kind of be like, so imagine like, I don't know, there's a torture situation going on.
Okay.
So I'm torturing you. Ah! Give me the answers, terrorist man.
No, I'll never tell you.
Yeah, you're gonna tell me. Otherwise, no, don't make me do it.
No, no,
don't make me do it. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him.
But no.
Here he comes.
No, I'll tell
Here
you,
he comes.
No.
Ahoy there, hearties! I hear you've got some answers for. This is the most ridiculous scenario ever. I don't know where I'm going with this at all. I want to be that dude. Can you be? Can I be him and you be the Prime Minister?
Yeah, right.
No, that's not going to work. It's the Alex Baker show, not the Kevin English show. What are we talking about? Anyway, so I just thought that was really interesting. No compensation for criminals. If you're a criminal, and then someone does a criminal act to you, tough.
So if I kidnapped, this is just hypothetical, of course, a girl that sometimes presents on the Alex Baker show,
Yeah.
then if someone did that to me, the person I'd done it to would have to forgive me to allow me to be pissed off, basically.
Yeah, so if you'd kidnapped Hayley, which let's face it, you have,
Where has that come from?
and then someone kidnaps you, you wouldn't be allowed to be annoyed that you've been kidnapped. Because you deserve that, right? Until the moment came where Hayley turned around to you and said, you know that time you kidnapped me, I forgive you. And in that instant, it becomes okay for you to be annoyed that you've been kidnapped.
Hayley loves me, really.
Right. What have you done with her?
Nothing.
Really, where is she?
Not in my basement.
So she is in your basement, is
No.
what you're saying?
No.
I'm really worried about this.
Here's my concern. If the reason you're, let's face it, completely psychopathic is because you're obsessed with the Alex Baker show,
Yeah.
which I'm
Pretty
going
good thing to
to
be
put it out
obsessed with.
there that seems to be the case. Surely you'd enjoy Hayley just as much as you'd enjoy me and Alex.
That's interesting.
Not if she's standing in my way to being on the show.
Oh, so it's actually being on the show that is the motivation behind your sick murder of Hayley.
Maybe.
Right.
There isn't a particular reason that we only have one girl on the show.
No, we could have had two if you hadn't killed her off.
What? Why are you only telling me this now?
So you have killed Hayley?
No. Maybe.
This could go on and on, couldn't it? Yeah. We dedicate the whole show to the fictional murder of her.
Yeah.
She's just at work, so have some of that. Or not. Maybe you did it.
Maybe she is.
Maybe she's double bluffing.
Yeah.
Triple bluffing.
Quadruple bluffing.
Bluffception.
What's... I've always wondered this. You know, you go one, double, triple, what quadruple, then what comes next? Is it quintuple?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Quinn is 5, yeah.
Proves it. Murdered her. So anyway, right, that's that. I just thought it was worth mentioning. Now we're going to move on again. I know it feels like we're jamming a lot in here, and we're just weaving all over the place, but that's how this show works, really. If you want one train of thought, go somewhere else. Because you certainly will not get that here. So now, we've got a brand new feature that we started on the show last week due to a chap that emailed and said he wanted me to teach the world how to scream like a metal vocalist. So we started up... I haven't given it a name, have I?
Teaching listeners how to scream.
Is that okay?
Teaching listeners how to scream.
Oh yeah, perfect. No. Did I make a jingle out of it?
That's just how we did it.
Should we do it again?
Yeah. Teaching listeners how to scream. Teaching listeners how to scream.
Perfect. So this is it. Metal screaming tips with me, Alex Baker, on teaching listeners how to scream. So last week we discussed the musical breath. Now, if you want to scream like a proper metalist, you need to first master your musical breath. Let me just run over this again. It's very simple. We are all now breathing with our lungs. Breathe in and breathe out. The rise and fall of the shoulders. Breathe in, they rise. Breathe out, they fall. The rise and fall of the shoulders. But my friends, that, as I discussed last week or the week before, whenever it was, on the show, is not a musical breath. No, 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 no! If you're a performance artist, especially a woodwind player or a vocalist, you will know this. The musical breath comes from what is known as the diaphragm, written as the diaphragm.
And not the contraceptive device.
No, they're not the thing that you pop in there to stop babies happening. Yeah. Also, that's a really disgusting device.
Awful.
Isn't it like a plastic bag?
Yeah, and no, that's that's the femidom.
Oh,
I love
so what's
the
the
name.
The diaphragm's like, you know those things you had as a kid where it's like a little rubber thing and you put it on the table and you press it in and then it pops out and jumps up.
Oh, yeah.
A diaphragm's like a big one of them.
Awesome. They just whack it in there. And,
Then you wash it out and reuse it.
Anyway, so we're talking about the musical breath before Kevin completely lowered the tone.
Sorry.
I was doing my famous...
It's educational,
I was doing my famous Radio 4 voice. I was all excited about it. It's not famous, is it? Famous to me.
Yeah, Radio 4's famous.
Yeah. Shh. Anyway, so the musical breath. So now you've experienced the rise and fall. Now what I want you to do is I want you to breathe in without your shoulders rising at all, and you'll notice your stomach will push out. Louise, I want to see you do this. Push out.
I don't think my stomach goes out very far.
No, your shoulders are still going.
No.
You have to breathe from the stomach. Let the diaphragm...
So as you breathe in, push your stomach out, like let it push
Yeah.
out.
It's like the bottom of your lungs rather than the top of your lungs.
Why is this so complicated?
It's the musical
breathing.
breath. So there's a difference between this. This is a note. 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 Note. This is a note. Sorry. This is a note from the lungs, okay? Here we go. Ah! This is a note from the musical diaphragm. Actually, Kev, can you do me a favour? Just hit that drum really hard.
Oh, yeah, sure. You ready?
Yeah, okay. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can see a difference, actually.
Yeah. But this is the difference with a scream. This is a lung scream. Yeah! And this is a diaphragm scream. Yeah!
Whoa!
Yeah. See the difference there?
Yeah.
Quite a large, substantial
Wow.
difference. So that was last week's tip that we just did all over again.
Does this work for girls as well?
Of course it does. So this is the second tip. Choose your scream. There are a variety of screams. In fact, we're kind of preempting number 3 here, which we'll do next week. So don't actually do the scream until you've heard next week's, because you need next week's to be able to do this one. So really, I should have done next week's this week, but I don't want to change it. So the second is choose your scream. There are a variety of different screams. You've got the guttural kind of deathcore scream, which is a bit like this. Like that. And then you've kind of got the high-pitched sort of cancer bat scream. That kind of like kind of scream. And then you've got the straight-up metal scream, which is like oh my God, I'm trying to break out. That kind of scream. And there's all manner of different ones. You need to choose your scream. Do you want to go low and guttural, or high, or sort of just regular? There's lots of different types you can do. Choose your scream, and then next week we'll come about how to execute your chosen scream. Oh dear. Does anyone care about this? Does that all make sense?
Yep.
Yeah,
So there's lots of different screams you can do. First of all, you've got to get the breathing right. And next week, I'll teach you all about how to open your throat, which is the fundamental thing you need to be able to do to scream metal screams. If you can't open your throat, you will not do it.
Yeah.
So don't smile when I say open your throat.
Sorry.
You filthy, filthy boy. So now time for another feature. No, forget it. We'll do it afterwards. It's Kerrang Radio. Time now for some Lower Than Atlantis. Yeah. That made it sound really unenthusiastic. Time now for some Lower Than Atlantis. I died! That's the biggest scream I've ever heard from you, Louise. That's ridiculous. Yeah, oh yes, still keep being excited. Wow! You ready?
Leroy Jenkins!
Ahoy there! All aboard this relationship! Yeah, LTA, that's what I'm talking about. Ooh, some groovy ass riff in my house. Yes, Lower Than Atlantis with Deadliest Kazat here on Kerrang Radio. My name's Alex Baker. Welcome to the Alex Baker Show. What's so exciting?
Something I've been working on all week and I wanted to show you.
Go on then.
Gonna hear my impression, oh my God, of Mike Deuce from Lower Than Atlantis.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
You want to see if you can do a better one than me?
Go on then.
Okay. Hi, this is Mike Deuce from Lower Than Atlantis. You're listening to the Alex Baker Show on Kerrang Radio. Come on!
I'm way better than that.
Go on.
Listen to this. Hold on, here we go.
This is Mike from Lower Than Atlantis. You're listening to
Alex Baker.
Kerrang Radio.
Yeah, welcome to the show. I'm feeling so over the top tonight. I apologise to everyone that's going, Alex, shut the hell up. Stop drinking Monster. Just calm the hell down. I'm trying. I'm very excited. I'm an excitable kind of guy, you know, and I've got lots of energy because I've been going to the gym so much. Kev, take over for a second.
Well, unlike you, I'm pretty drained now by all that exertion. But I don't know what's coming up. Give me that. What are we doing now? Okay, so we've just played her to Shikari. So, Angry Awesome Dude.
Yeah.
So is this the guy that's a DJ?
Yeah, so there we go. I was just finding the audio. Thank you very much, Kevin. You are very professional as always. So let me just explain what's going on. Kevin's just reading my notes, and it just says Angry Awesome Dude. And what he's referring to is a chap called... by the way, hello, welcome to the show. This is the Alex Baker Show. My name's Alex Baker. In the room with me is Louise Evans.
Hello.
And also, I was about to call you Hayley Uddin. You're not Hayley Uddin if you want. You're Kevin.
If it helps.
No, it won't help anything. I'll just find myself mentally attracted to you. Kevin,
hello.
It's you. Hello, yes. So there's a guy. Now, let me just explain something. I'm Alex Baker, and I've been on Kerrang for years and years and years, and I've DJed since I was about 12, and I've always been involved in music as much as I possibly can be. And I do a thing called DJ Diaries. Now, if you follow me on Twitter at Alex Bakerman, you're not really supposed to go on there, you're supposed to go on Kerrang Radio, but if you do follow me on Twitter at Alex Bakerman, that's Alex Bakerman, just put man on the end of Alex Baker. Don't look at me like that, Kevin. Kevin does our social media policy here, so he's looking at me all angry and shocked and stunned. So I can't mention it again, but if you do follow Alex Bakerman, then then you may know that I do this thing called DJ Diaries. Hashtag DJ Diaries at Alex Bakerman. Sorry. Now, DJ Diaries is this thing that I do whenever I'm out DJing, and I've DJed for my whole life. No matter where you are in the world, and no matter what genre of music you're DJing, people always do the same things. And it's really, really interesting. And it's like something I maybe will write a book about one day. People's behaviours when you're DJing. Because usually when you're DJing as well, often for me at least, I'm driving. So I'll drive to a venue, DJ, then drive back. It's not very often that I stay over because I like to be able to be back in my home turf the next day so I can crack on with other things. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to eat into half the next day. So I often drive, which means I'm not drinking. So as well as people being crazy as they are in clubs, they're also hopelessly wasted and you're completely sober. It's a really nice way of seeing what people are like when they're drunk without you being drunk yourself. That makes sense.
Are you like the David Attenborough of DJs?
Yeah,
David Attenborough.
I like to think of myself as the David Attenborough of DJs. If all the people in the crowd were penguins, I'd be jizzing my pants. So anyway, not that never mind. So this DJ Diaries thing is like, for example, I've talked a lot about requests. When you're out DJing, people often request things. Now, it's very different to requests on radio because when you're listening to radio, you're not sort of partying. You know, you're not like playing to a dance floor. You're playing to people that like music. You know what I mean? When you're out DJing in a club, what you're doing really is playing to a dance floor. And a lot of people don't realise that. A lot of people think you're just playing the stuff that you like. And that's not necessarily the case. I mean, for God's sake, I've played Disturbed, Down With The Sickness, probably about 5,000 times when I'm out DJing, right? I'm so bored of that song. I wouldn't care if I never heard that song ever again in my whole life. And I know probably a lot of you now going, oh my God, I can't believe it.
See, I really like that
Disturbed
song.
Down With... Yeah, but you haven't heard it 5,000 times.
You'd feel the same.
Exactly. And when you're in a DJ environment, you've got to listen to it because you can't go off and do something else. You're DJing, so you're selecting the next song while the song's going out. So that song I've heard too many times. And my point is, hate to say it, I don't actually like that song anymore because I've heard it too many times. But I don't play it when I'm out because I like it. I play it because that's what people want to hear. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a big difference. You want to get the dance floor going. You want people with their drinks in the air having a party. You need to whack on Disturbed Down With The Sickness. Similarly, you've got to put on Drowning Pool Bodies or Duality by Slipknot. These huge, which I'm actually playing a little bit later in the show. these huge, like crowd-pleasing songs that people, when they're out partying, want to hear. And there's so many things that people don't realise and don't understand about DJing. When they come up to the DJ booth, they think they're the oracle and they're about to blow your mind with their words and pearls of wisdom. So I had this girl the other day, she came up to me and she went, hi, yeah, so are you going to play anything good?
Gosh.
And I was like, lovely to meet you. Glad you're enjoying the set. What do you want to hear? And she was like, something like heavy. So, something properly heavy, not this like crap emo that you're playing at the moment. I was playing Parkway Drive at the time. She was like, yeah, can't you play something heavy? And I was like, what do you mean, like Acacia Strain or something like that? Acacia Strain? Oh, no, I mean something like Cradle of Filth. And I'm like, hold on, what planet are you on when Acacia Strain is not as heavy as Cradle of Filth? I mean, like, if, for instance, this is Acacia Strain.
We all come from broken homes, broken hearts and broken bones. We will live and die alone. We will live and die alone.
And this is Cradle of Filth. okay, I selected that Cradle of Filth track carefully, but you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's ridiculous. And there she was trying to tell me that she knew what was heavy and what wasn't heavy, and that I was wrong. This guy the other day came up to me. He typed his request into his phone. He turned it towards me, and he said, "When are you going to play something good? Stop playing all this." And then, like 5 minutes later, he came back up with Lamb of God Redneck and like requested that, and I was like, as if I'm going to play your request.
Yeah.
He just slagged me off. Do you know what I mean? These people are on a completely different like plane. They just don't get it, and they always ask for the most obscure stuff. This kid came up to me the other day and said, "Have you got the 4th track off the 6th? Was it Opeth album?" And I was like, "Mate, I'm at a commercial night. I'm playing Bobby Brown and Mark Morrison and Rihanna and stuff. I'm not going to play Opeth." Like, what the hell's the matter with you? It's just the people just have the most weird understanding of what they think a club should be like, and they just clearly don't understand. So I've started this thing called DJ Diaries, where I chronicle my adventures as a DJ. And there I was thinking I was all cool and super and unique, and wow, I've started this amazing thing that no one else has ever thought of. And I was so wrong, because as always with everything in life, there's someone else doing it loads better. There's a guy in the States called Abe from this thing called The Power of Thrust that I'd never heard of until I sort of came across this video. He's a DJ and he's pretty damn funny. He's essentially, and I don't mean this in a racist way, this is what he refers to himself as, he's an angry black man. Okay? That's what he refers to himself as. It's not me saying it, it's him saying it. And he sounds a little bit like this.
I don't understand what's going on here. Like, this is just crazy. I'm telling you right now, there is not a single DJ out there that likes to hear requests.
Hell yeah.
None of us like to hear requests. We hate them. You know why? Because we don't come up to your job and say, "Oh, hey, you know what? I don't think you're lawyering good. I don't think you're a good lawyer. I don't think you're building that computer well. Why don't you build it this way? Why don't you do it this way? Why don't you do that?" We're not asking you for feedback. We're not taking a survey. We're playing music is what we do. We are artists. Yes, we are playing someone else's music, but how we put it together makes us a artist. If you don't believe me, fine. I don't care. I really don't. Come to my spot, have a good time with that I'm playing. If you don't have a good time, hey, don't come back. Simple as that. You don't like what's being played on the radio? Don't listen to the radio. But you come to our spots, you listen to our music. If you don't like our music, shut the up. Subscribe. Subscribe.
Tells you to subscribe at the end as well. I love this guy. You don't like our music? Shut the up. This guy's brilliant. He's got loads. This is another one. This is slightly longer. He's just so articulate.
I don't understand what's going on here. Like, this is just crazy. And learn the titles of some songs. Don't come up to us and be like, hey, can you play that one song that goes... What the are you talking about? I don't know that song. What song is that? I don't know who that is. But people do it to us constantly. And they come up and say, hey, can you play the birthday song? Okay, the name of the song is not the birthday song. There's no... The only birthday song that I know of is the Happy Birthday to... That's the birthday song. Okay? The only birthday song that I know that you're talking about is 50 Cent's In the Club. Because he says, it's your birthday.
Go shorty, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give up cause that's your birthday.
Every DJ out there knows that's the birthday song. So when people come up and say, oh, can you play the birthday song? We automatically know exactly what song it is. I don't know if we're idiots or if you're idiots. I don't know. Because we're sitting there catering to your ego and saying, yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, we'll play In the Club by 50 Cent. We'll do that. Because we know exactly what song you're talking about. The name of the song is In the Club by 50 Cent. That's the name of the song. Learn it. Learn it. How hard is that? The most brilliant name for a song ever, apparently. But nobody can remember it. They all call it the birthday song. Why do you call it the birthday song? And I can't even blame it on just white people. I can't. Because I did a thing for my homeboy's, I did a CD for my homeboy's wedding for his sister, and she's black. And she called it the birthday song. Everyone calls it the birthday song. Why? Maybe it has to have one word, like Yeah by Usher. One word. You guys never forget the name of that song. Why? Because they say it, yeah, 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 yeah. They say it constantly. 30 times they say the word yeah. So you can't forget the name of that song. Yeah, it's called Yeah. Learn the name of the song, people.
But incidentally, the metal equivalent of Yeah by Usher is Bodies by Drowning Pool. The amount of people that come up to you in a club when you're DJ and go, can you play that song that goes, let the bodies hit the floor? And you're like, what, Bodies? By Drowning Pool. Yeah, that's the one, yeah. Oh, God. Anyway, I love that guy. Just type in The Power of Thrust into YouTube and you'll come across it. Pretty cool.
Excuse me for interrupting, boys and girls, but maybe you would like to find out just what it would be like if there were no rules.
But how could we do that?
By going someplace where there are no rules.
Now where could that be?
The Alex Baker Show.
Kerrang Radio.
Let's all think real hard and pretend we're in a faraway place.
Where anything goes and nothing is off limits.
Now, come on.
Let's go to the world of
The coolest
broadcast transmission
this world
has ever known. Everyone knows his name.
He's as crazy as a coot. People all over the world are losing their damn minds. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Are you ready to rock? He knows he must be stopped before he fulfills his terrifying mission.
I don't think there are any words to describe
how very inappropriate.
his
Radio
shows really are.
He's never going to admit it.
My advice to you, start drinking heavily.
Remember, don't try this at home.
He is seriously twisted.
He's the man with the records. Anything goes and nothing is off limits. If you can't handle it, turn the channel. Listen to this man.
He bit Dakota Fanning on the face.
He just wants to play.
The person I'm about to introduce needs no introduction. So please give a warm, hormonal shriek for the sizzling hot
Alex Baker.
We got the gangster the heavy metal kings, those big shit. What's up, and I'm coming through. I'm gonna jab you in the eye, then I'm gonna spew on you.
Oh dear. Welcome to the show. My name's Alex Baker. This is the Alex Baker Show. Hope you're feeling absolutely marvellous now. The lovely Louise has joined us today because Hayley's not here.
Hello.
Hello, darling. I'm afraid we're going to now give the limelight to Hayley, though, in her absence, even though she's absent.
All right, then.
Is that going to be all right with you, darling?
All right, I'll allow it.
We run a little feature called Hayley Tells You How, where Hayley tells you how to do a variety of things. Have a listen to this.
Hey, boys.
Hayley tells you how, baby.
Yeah.
Hayley tells you how to wash a car.
Hey, my name's Hayley, but you can call me Angel. So now that sexy summer is finally upon us, you, like me, may want to pick up a few packets of sexy beef jerky and some pork pies and head down to a field somewhere to have a sex party with your sexy friends. However, because our summers are so wet, sometimes your car may get totally encrusted in a layer of filth. So, here's my sexy tip for how to wash your car once you're home from the shit tip that is the field round the back of Morrison's. First, get naked, then put your clothes back on, because getting totally naked is nowhere as sexy as having a small amount of clothes on. Secondly, grab a bottle of cherry Lambrini from the sexy fridge. Drink the bottle of cherry Lambrini and find a nice boy or girl to flirt with. Once you've finished throwing up the awful sugary beverage, tell the boy or girl that you've come down with a super sexy strain of Campylobacter that you think you have caught off your dirty car parked outside. Sit back and watch an awesome episode of Friends where Rachel looks all sexy and allow your newfound lover to wash your car. Sexy clean car.
The Alex Baker Show podcast.
Yes! Hello there. Def Havana with I'm a Bore Mostly. And do you know what? James Vlek Gilodi, the singer from, the non-Italian singer from Def Havana, is on Twitter for the first time ever.
Oh.
I think it's called Vlekmeister or something like that. I can't remember what his thing is, so I won't give it out because I just did, but it was wrong, so just eradicate that from your memory. Shut up, Alex! But he's on Twitter, and he really is very boring.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, no, I know, I really mean it.
No, but you know what? When people first join Twitter, they always are.
No, but he's actively boring.
Oh, right.
Like, he says things like, literally, like he's a parody of himself. So I'll go on Twitter and there'll be all these people saying all these things like, oh, I did this today, did that today, blah, blah, blah. Then you'll see James Vlek-Gilodian, he'll say, I'm so miserable. And they'll be like, oh, God.
Oh, no.
Bringing me down. And I think, oh, maybe he was just joking around. Then later on you'll see another one saying, just wondering what the point is. Just like, oh God. And every single time he does it, I want to tweet him back and sort of like say, you know, haha, don't worry, mate, hugs or whatever. But I don't want to be that guy.
Next album, there'll be a song that'll be like, I spend most of my days trying to get someone to speak to me on Twitter. Anyone at all.
Oh, but the thing is, he's such a nice guy. Like, if you ever you've chatted to him,
Yeah,
he's a really nice guy. But he just he sort of wraps himself up in this bubble of misery. Which I think is a real shame, but almost a little bit, you know, it's a bit Smithsonian, really, isn't it? It's a bit like...
Well, he is a big Moz fan.
Bit Mozza.
Oh, my name's Kevin. When I'm not, like, at home feeding my weird rat beasts, I like to listen to Morrissey. And sometimes when I'm feeding the weird rat beasts, I like to listen to Morrissey as well. In fact, pretty much most of the time, I'm listening to Morrissey just because he's so inspiring and his lyrics, like, he never says things in a normal way. He always puts, like, a spin on things, and I really value that. I think he's a really good poet in that respect. And I bought these new trainers. Well, I say new, they weren't new, they're about 50 years old, and I bought them off a homeless man, and I bought them because I thought they looked fashionable. I saw a guy wearing them on X Factor, and I thought, wow, he looks like really kind of preened, but at the same time kind of cool, like anti-cool, so I kind of wanted to be like that. So, I'm really joking. Just ripping Kev to shreds. Anyway, this is what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about the legendary new game that's not a game, called Try Using It in a Sentence Today. Way! Yeah, even Louise isn't enthusiastic. You're usually really enthusiastic.
I want to just talk about me some more.
Okay, let's keep talking about me. I don't know why I've gone American. It's because I'm that anti-cool that I'm part American.
Oh, poor Kev. How's your girlfriend, by the way? Is she all right?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, I really love... I've mentioned this before on the show, but Kev's girlfriend's amazing. She's called Keely, and she's so funny because she treats Kev like
She doesn't.
No, not like in day to day. Not sort of like she does a lot. I'm sure she does lots for you, and she's very loving and caring. But what I mean is, like, you know how sometimes when you're in front of your parents when you're a kid and you're blatantly showing off in front of your friends, and your mum will drop that all-time bomb, and she'll go, Alex, stop showing off in front of your friends.
Yeah.
That's what Keely's like with Kev.
Aww.
It's like, I'll never forget it. At the Kerrang Christmas party, we were backstage having a chat, and Keely was there, and Kev was going on and on and on about some incomprehensible crap, and Keely just said, Kevin, if I nod and smile, will you shut up? No. If I nod and smile, will you just stop talking?
Yeah.
That's what she said. Oh, man, she's brilliant. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of my love of her and her wonderful cleavage. Moving on to Try Using It in a Sentence Today. This is a brand new feature that we put on the show probably about, I'd say a month ago or so. It was just after Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I believe. We made a big song and dance about how it was the brand new breakthrough feature that everyone was talking about. Nothing could prepare us for how boring it was. So rather than making a big song and dance out of it, like I have for the past 2 minutes, I'm just going to do the feature because it's really quite fun. And what I love is your response. So facebook.com/Kerrang Radio. Also, you can get on kerrangradio.co.uk/Alex. You can email me through there as well. I'm always interested to know how you used it in a sentence today. It's a simple word game, not a game. It's a simple word learning experience where we learn... where we...
That sounds so rubbish.
It's a simple word learning experience.
It's fun because we're learning together.
Do you know what? We entered a Sony this week.
Oh, man.
The Sony deadline is on Wednesday.
Oh, I just remembered that's something I wanted to do on the show, actually.
Go on.
All week I was thinking about it. I need to remind Alex I want to do this on the show. What I want to do on the subject of Sony's is just really quickly... Now that the listener is with us listening right now, I want us to all just sort of come together and put our minds as one and just say a little prayer for that Sony entry we sent
Did
off
he
this
just
week.
say what I think he said?
What are you talking? Yeah, I think you did. What, you want people to do, like, collective conscious meditation?
If we all just really quickly come together and just say a little wish for that Sony entry that we sent off last week, send it on its way with, a lot of love. Something might come of it.
You want the listeners to send positive vibes?
Yeah,
I'll tell you one thing as well.
asking.
I'll tell you one thing as well. What's interesting about when we say the Sonys, Sony is actually the sponsor.
Yeah.
So the actual award is the Radio Academy awards.
Oh, yes.
So it's like the what's the other, the BAFTA awards. It's like the BAFTAs of radio, essentially. That's what it's
Pretty
like.
big.
Yes,
Pretty big.
it's the biggest thing you can get in UK radio. So, but we call it the Sonys because it's a Sony Radio Awards. It has been for years and years and years. But maybe if we focus on the power of Sony, and we give Sony lots of psychic love.
Don't these Sony headphones sound great, by the way?
Oh, they really do.
And this Sony mic is amazing.
Yeah, I'm really a fan of Sony.
I might go home and play on my Sony PlayStation after the show.
Yeah, I've got 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, oh, great.
Yeah, I bought 4 controllers even though I didn't need them, just because I love Sony that much. I wanted to give them more money.
Yeah, I might even move to Japan.
Yeah, I'm in Japan right now. How's it going? I'm in Japan playing with my Discman. I've also got a Sony Walkman here as well.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I hate Panasonic.
Oh, God.
Spit on you.
Don't even talk to me about Philips.
Oh,
tossers.
Philips? What a load of jokers. It's all about Sony for me. In fact, here he is now. Hello, Sony, Mr. Sony. Didn't you lock away Mariah Carey for years? Anyway, it's different. Remember that?
No.
It was. I don't know if it was someone involved in the record label. Was kind of either married to or seeing Mariah Carey, and there was this big period in her life where she didn't go out. Like ever.
Oh, right.
She was just in the house all the time. I'm not saying he actually locked her away, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was just But anyway, we shouldn't have mentioned that. Let's think positively. So I think we've just done what you did, but in a more entertaining way than everyone's sitting around going,
Well, I mean, really, I wanted an excuse to just bring back the hashtag Alex Baker for a Sony.
Let's do that.
So let's make that happen.
If you're on Twitter right now, good. Well done. You're one step ahead of all the people that aren't on Twitter yet. If you're not on Twitter right now, get on Twitter.
I'm going to tweet it for you.
Louise is doing some tweeting right now.
Tweet.
What you've got to do is hashtag Alex Baker for a Sony. I was about to burp. That isn't what a Sony award-winning radio presenter would do. So I'm going to hold it in.
Okay.
This is going to be really uncomfortable for the rest of the link.
Do you want to fade down and I'll carry on?
Yep.
Yeah, so just to reiterate, hashtag Alex Baker for a Sony. And don't use the number 4 either. You know, we come on, we're English here. We can spell Alex Baker, FORA Sony.
Don't have to spell it for them. I just told them they could spell.
Well, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, good point.
And yeah, get it going.
And then get it going, and collectively we'll hopefully win a Sony. I mean, to be honest, you have to be really good to win a Sony.
You guys are really good.
Thank you, but you're mad. So... So anyway, we're playing Try Using It in a Sentence today. It's a legendary word game that's not a game. It's a word learning experience. So far, the words that we have learned together... Kev's cracking up. So far, the words we've learned together are the following. Poltroon, which means a coward. Nutate, which means to nod one's head. It also has something to do with planets, but I can't be asked. Xylography. Oh, I didn't write down what that means. Oh, yeah, xylography. Xylography is when you carve...
Printing with wood.
Yeah, you carve stuff into wood so you can print with it. Consternation, which means...
I'll consternation you. Sorry, just for rude thoughts.
Consternation.
No. Consternation is feeling apprehensive about something.
Feeling apprehensive. Assiduous. Assiduous means constant in application or attention, so diligent. So he's an assiduous worker who strove for perfection.
Ah, that was it,
for example. What was next? We had supercilious. Supercilious, full of contempt and arrogance, behaving as if or showing that a person thinks they are better than other people and that their opinions, beliefs or ideas are not important. Condescending. He spoke in a haughty, supercilious voice.
That's an amazing word.
Isn't it? Isn't it good?
Supercilious.
You could say to someone in the office, will you stop being so supercilious about this? You know what I mean? And they'll
I'd like
go,
to get it in a press release.
yeah, you've got to put that in a press release. So now we've got 2 brand new words that I want you guys to use in a sentence today and tomorrow and the day after. But let's not cloud the issue. Use it in a sentence today and tomorrow. So the first one is poetaster or poetaster.
Okay.
Any ideas what that could be?
Think
of the word.
Really good at
Something
poems.
to do with
Ooh.
language?
Really good at poems or really at poems?
Bad at poems.
Yeah, there we go. An inferior poet. A poetaster.
See, yours was a really intelligent. I just went, something to do with language. It's a word. Of course, it's to do with language.
Yes, thank you.
Clever.
Brilliant. So, poetaster, an inferior poet. So, if you're in English lesson or whatever, and Mr. Gray, your English teacher, that was my English teacher, says, so what do you think of this poet compared to this poet? You can say, well, Mr. Gray, I think that Keats is definitely a poetaster compared to, I can't think of any other poet. Yeats. And he'll go, good Lord, A star. And you'll progress through life.
Miss Pipes.
Miss Pipes?
That was my English teacher.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are you saying, Miss Pipes? You got good pipes on you, girl. So the next one is concupiscent.
Ooh.
Concupiscent. Spelled CONCUPISCENT. Concupiscent.
Is that something to do with the military?
No.
Shoot. The feeling that everyone's watching you?
No. What's a concubine?
Is this something to do with female soldiers?
No, it's nothing to do with the military.
A concubine.
That's like concubine's kind of like he took his concubine firmly around the
like the
waist or whatever.
Less impressive cousin of the porcupine?
No, no. Obviously, you don't know what concubine means. That doesn't help. Concupiscent means lustful.
Oh, okay.
Lustful. So he gazed at Louise concupiscently. She gazed back with a look of
horror.
I'm trying to no. I'm trying to look at one of the old words with a look of supercilious. No, it doesn't work. But anyway, those are the two new words. Poetaster, an inferior poet, which is spelled P-O-E-T, poet, A-S-T-E-R, aster, and concupiscent, C-O-N-C-U-P-I-S-C-E-N-T, meaning lustful, darling.
Do you think, does poetaster, is that the opposite of poet laureate?
Yeah, maybe.
Do you think that's where it came from? Or?
Maybe, yeah. Yeah. Good work. You just wanted to show off a little bit there, didn't you?
Yeah.
I've got knowledge! I've got knowledge when I'm not listening to Morrissey. I'm gathering knowledge from books.
I only knew Yeats because there's a Smiths lyric that has Keats and Yeats in it.
Is it really? Oh my God. What has become of the world?
The Alex Baker Show podcast.
Kerrang Radio.
Alex Baker Show. What fear is.
Oh, what is the matter with me tonight? Welcome to the show. My name's Alex Baker. Time now to talk about something very, very exciting, for me at least. Hopefully exciting for you too. Probably not. So if you listen to blah blah. So if you listen to the show regularly, you'll be aware of the fact that, amongst other things, we like to push forward, shall we say, revolution. We've done many revolutions over the years, including the telephone revolution, which works like this. People send too many emails these days. Did you find this? You'll find this, Louise.
My life stops if my email inbox breaks.
Yeah, you've got emails coming out your ass. Can't move for emails. Everywhere you look, there's emails. You're like, for God's sake, what's with all the emails? Pick up the telephone. So much easier. Rather than the 30 minutes, 40 minutes it would take to engage in a 10 email exchange, pick up the phone, discuss it in a minute. Perfect. The telephone revolution, making your lives more easy. Also, we had the purposefully not understanding sarcasm revolution, which is basically purposefully not understanding sarcasm on purpose to piss people off. Then we had the name badge revolution. Name badge revolution, very simple. If someone is wearing a name badge, you must call them by their name badge name all the time. The taking signs literally revolution, also known as a Ronseal revolution. Now it must be noted that this isn't something that we're suggesting you always do, because sometimes there's signs that would make you, and if you were to take them literally, you'd end up in dangerous positions, and we're not asking you to be dangerous. But you know what I mean? You know, if you see a sign that says dogs must be carried, it just means you must carry a dog. It doesn't mean if you've got a dog you must carry it. It means dogs must be carried. To go up this escalator, you must carry a dog. Simple. So you have to walk around until you found a dog, and then you can go up the escalator.
The best sign I ever saw was for a family planning clinic, and it said, entrance round the back.
There we go, exactly. So that means you'd have to engage in that. Which takes us on to the next one. Takes us on to the next one quite well. The not being an arsehole revolution. Yeah, that's exactly what it says in the tin. Don't be an arsehole. Really quite simple. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on the Alex Baker Show here on Kerrang Radio, Sunday nights 10 to 12, we're about to launch a brand new revolution. Quality echo effect there.
Oh, it's Kevin. Brilliant. It's so technical.
Yeah, no, you're so good. You're so good at the echo effects, Kevin.
Thanks, bro.
If you could get paid £1 million a year to just do echo effects, would you want to?
Of course. That'd be my dream. I'd do it anyway.
I feel like you actually mean that.
Forget the £1 million.
Just do it for kicks.
Give me a sub of the day and a high five. I'll do it for a year.
So let me tell you a little story. I'm going to hope the person that this story involves isn't listening. If you are, I'm so sorry. So I've got a colleague who doesn't actually work here in the Birmingham office. They work down in London for the company that owns Kerrang, the Bowers. I know. And she's a lovely, lovely lady. And I didn't realise that she's a massive fan of the band Underworld. So I was talking to her on Monday last week. And what?
Who are Underworld?
Don't know who Underworld are.
Oh, like Born Slippy?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
So I thought you were about Under Oath and you got it wrong.
No.
Or the film Underworld.
Yeah, well, there we go. Thanks for interrupting me for no reason.
Sorry.
So I was talking to her on Monday last week, and she said, "Oh, how was your weekend? Blah blah blah." And I was like, "Yeah, it was wicked. I went to see Underworld. Man, it was so brutal." And she was like, "You went to see Underworld?" I was like, "Yeah, it was wicked." And she was like, "Oh my god, I wanted to see them at Glastonbury that time they were supposed to be playing at Glastonbury, and I didn't get." And I was talking about the film. And she was like, "I didn't get to see them at Glastonbury. Did they play in Birmingham?" And rather than just going, "Oh no, I'm really sorry. I think we've got the wrong end of the stick. We're talking at cross purposes. I meant Underworld the film, not Underworld the band." To which she would have just gone, "Oh right, oh okay, cool. How was it?" You know, rather than going down that route, I did the classic British thing of being so polite and not putting her right that I ended up in a world of pain. Because I thought what would happen was that I could just go along with it, and then we'd stop talking about that and talk about what we were supposed to be talking about, hence the reason we were on the phone to each other. But no. So I said, "Yeah, they were playing in Birmingham. Yeah." And she went, "Oh, really? Amazing. What venue?" And I was like, oh, wow, weird. I can't remember. Oh, I think it was the H&V Institute. And she went, "Oh man, that's so amazing. I'll have to look it up online. Was it great?"
No.
And I was like, "It was really good, yeah." And then she said, "But you said earlier that it was brutal. Like, why was it brutal? What a weird way to describe the gig." And I was like, just the mosh pit. You know, it's sort of really intense, you know, because they're quite a sort of ravey, intense band, aren't they? And she was like, yeah, I suppose they are, yeah. So what was their fate? What songs did they play?
Oh my
She's
God.
asking me all these questions, and I was going, "I was talking about the film! You got it wrong, not me! Why am I suffering?" So all this could have been avoided had I realised and taken part in the revolution that I'm about to tell the nation about. The honesty revolution. At all times, just be honest. And do you know what's great about this? And actually quite philosophical. If everyone was honest all the time, not only would there be no lying, but there'd be no questioning. There'd be no cheating, and there'd be no questioning when you don't really want to know the answer. So that woman who asks her husband if her bum looks big will know that he has to give an honest answer.
Yeah.
So if she's not prepared for the honest answer, she won't ask the question.
That is dangerous territory. This is such a good rule.
The honesty revolution. At all times, be honest. Have you done your homework? No. Why not? I couldn't be asked. I'm really sorry. Then what will happen then is a teacher will take you, rather than just getting all angry, the teacher might say to you, "Well, listen, you shouldn't have really said it like that because it kind of makes it look like you're showing off about it. But let's have a talk about why you can't be asked. And maybe we need to get to the sort of the bottom of why you're not taking your education more seriously. Rather than just going, the dog ate it, or whatever.
Yeah.
Just be honest. Be honest about things. If someone says to you, "Did you steal my stapler?" Say, "Yes." "I took your stapler." "Why did you take my stapler?" "Because I lost mine." In fact, no, that's not even true. It broke because I threw it on the floor because I was pissed off because I worked too hard. And then you'll get counselling.
Yeah.
You know, you'll get...
maybe even a pay rise.
Yeah, signed off with stress. All kinds of stuff will happen. Be honest.
Have you seen The Invention of Lying?
Man, I absolutely
with Ricky
love.
Gervais.
Amazing
That's
film.
good.
Amazeballs.
Although it did get a little bit out of hand with the whole honesty thing, didn't it? It did create a lot of problems.
Because they thought he was like godly and all.
Well, no,
Actually, no, it created problems because he was lying.
Exactly. When everyone was honest, it was fine. Although the difference is there, though. I'm not saying that people shouldn't lie and invent and be creative for the purpose of art and film and music, etc.
Yeah.
I just mean in day-to-day interactions between each other.
Okay, yeah.
Because the problem in the invention of lying is because no one, if you haven't seen this film, it's set in a mythical world where no one can lie. No one at all can lie until Ricky Gervais develops the ability to lie, and he becomes like a god in the world of people that can't lie still.
My favourite of his lies, he says to a really beautiful woman on the street, "If we don't have sex now, the world will end." And she's like, "Oh my God, where's the nearest hotel?"
Yeah, but then he doesn't go through with it because he feels really bad. So, but what's interesting about that film as well is at the start, because they live in this world where no one can lie, there is no film and stuff, right? They have this thing called the director's story. No, what is it? The something. I can't remember. But essentially, all it is people on screen reading a history book. Yeah, like a factual history book. It's really boring and crap. And then when he starts lying and gains the ability to lie, he starts creating all these fanciful lands and stuff. He even creates religion. He creates God and heaven and everything just because he's lying. Like, it's brilliant. It's really, really clever. If you haven't seen The Invention of Lying, it really will blow your mind because it's a lot better than you thought it would be. But anyway, we're off the point. The honesty revolution is kicking off. Guys, what do you think? Do you think the honesty revolution is a good or poor idea?
I like it.
I think it's piss poor.
Oh,
really?
He's being
No,
honest.
I'm just joking.
Oh, you're being honest. I respect that. In the spirit of the revolution, I respect you.
Can I throw
Comrade.
some honesty out there?
Yeah.
Kev,
Yeah.
I like your mint green shoes.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, brilliant. I don't. I think they're You look like a idiot.
I don't like this revolution
but
anymore.
I still like you.
Oh, okay.
And what the hell do I know? Look at the state of me. So
Yeah, how old is that t-shirt?
yeah, really old. Yeah, it's really, really faded, isn't it?
It's pretty bad.
A bit of a visual. Shall
I take a photo
stimulus
for the
you
listener?
here. Yeah, take that. It's a DC t-shirt that I got probably about 3 years ago. That's faded really quite badly. Not that I'm commenting too harshly on the workmanship of
When
their
you put
clothing
it like
range.
that, it makes you look like you've got boobs.
Yeah.
I sort of have.
There you go. Have a look at that.
They are going down. There we go. Yeah. I look a beached whale in that photo. Anyway, so the point is the honesty revolution has kicked off. It's all about being honest, and you don't have to be. The point, like I said earlier, is you don't have to be hurtful. You know, you don't have to slag people off for the sake of it. It's just if people are asking you for honest opinions, give them honest opinions. You know, I got in trouble recently. Well, not recently. It was about 6 months ago with a band. This band kept asking me for feedback. They kept going, "Alex, can you give us some feedback? Oh, give us some feedback." And the band was rubbish, and I didn't know how to say it constructively. But they kept asking, and then they got a little bit arsy and said, "Alex, look, we know we've been emailing you for like 3 months. Can you tell us what you think of your band, of the band?" So I emailed them and said, like, "Guys, I don't know how to say this, but your band's not good. Like, your singer can't sing, your drummer can't drum. It's really, really loose. The guitar riffs aren't interesting. It doesn't work as a band. The lyrics aren't interesting. They're trying to be funny and they're not. Nothing about it works." And they emailed me back and called me a and I was like, "You've chased me for months for my honest feedback. I've given it to you, and now I'm It's like,
yeah,
I can't. What am I supposed to do?
If everyone was embracing the honesty revolution, they'd be used to it.
Exactly.
So when you came back with that honest feedback,
they go, "Okay, thanks for being honest."
Cool.
Yeah.
Or you'd just be used to the insult once you had been honest.
Exactly. It's exactly. So it just works all around. And I know it's a bit of a monumental shift, and some people might be like, "Oh no, I don't know how that's going to work." But I just think if you're honest, I really respect people that are honest. There's a guy that we know really, really well. Won't mention his name because that'd be mean. But he was going out with a girl, and they really liked each other. And then he chucked her, and she sort of said, "Oh, what's happened? Why have you broken up with me?" And he's like, "Well, because you're not very good in bed." Have some of that.
I'm trying to remember who this is.
And she was like, "What? Are you serious? I've never had any complaints before," sort of thing. Like, is that actually the reason? Like, that's so immature. And it was like, well, it might not matter to you, but it matters to me. Sorry. See you later.
Oh.
And like, the thing is, every person I've ever told that story to, or he's told that story to, has reacted in that way. They've kind of gone, "Oh, way harsh." I actually kind of respect it because
otherwise,
being honest. Do you know what I mean?
Otherwise, it would have just eaten him up inside.
Yeah,
and he would have just stuck with it to be nice and just ended up miserable. Probably.
Yeah, and it would have he'd ended up cheating on her or whatever. I don't know, like breaking off with her. I just don't know. I don't know, but I just think it's better to just all the time just be honest about things. And you know, people might think, "Oh, that's so disrespectful. How can you be like that?" But if that's how he is, then that's how he is. Like. It's not something that would necessarily matter to me or you or some other people, but to him it matters, so why pretend that it doesn't? I quite respect that. I used to know a girl really well who I quite fancied, and she quite fancied me. And she turned around to me one day and said, I really like you, but I don't want to go out with you because I want to have sex with other people.
Well, there you go.
To which I
Upfront.
said, well, how can I possibly argue with that? I know exactly where I stand. I'd much rather that than her, like, string me along.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, the honesty revolution in full effect. Be cautious. You know, don't be, like, mad with it and just start, you know, pissing people off and getting in trouble. Don't get yourself in trouble.
It's more for situations like the example you gave at the start. You know, don't pretend you've seen a film when you haven't.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of conversation. Just go, oh, no, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, because people
no one will think less of you.
Yeah, exactly. And people do that all the time. Kevin, you do that all the time. We'll be talking about a film like, I don't know, Rocky. But you've never seen Rocky, have you?
No.
So if we hadn't just had this conversation, if I just said, oh man, you know in Rocky when that bit happens, you would have just gone, yeah. Rather than going, I haven't seen Rocky, I don't know what you're talking about. You'd have just played along with it blindly. And then I forevermore would think that you'd seen Rocky, when in actual fact, you have not seen Rocky. And can you imagine the scrapes that we may have got into down the line?
You just reminded me of a tweet. I'm just trying to... I found it here. So, do you remember a couple of weeks ago on the show, we were talking about the greatest film, blah, 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 and you asked me if I'd actually seen The Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, of course I have. And you're like, okay, tell me what happens in it. So I started telling you, you know, what happens in The Shawshank Redemption. This guy, Osh200 on Twitter, just tweeted me the other day again. Listening to your description of The Shawshank Redemption and realised you're just describing the Family Guy special.
Which you've blatantly seen.
You know what, though? I have actually seen The Shawshank Redemption, but...
Of course you have.
But I'd seen the Family Guy one much more recently, like a couple of weeks before. So that was stuck in my mind. That just cracked me up. Because I didn't realise I'd done it until he said.
Brilliant.
I was like, oh, man. I'm a loser.
Brilliant. Well, you really have not seen a lot of films. And you should just be honest about that fact. So then people can help you out.
I usually am.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ask me some.
I can't be asked. See, me be honest.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm not going to, because that's not going to make good radio.
Yeah, okay.
You're rubbish. I'm only joking. But like I say, don't be a dickhead. You have to embrace the don't be an arsehole revolution alongside with the honesty revolution. Because also, the honesty revolution doesn't imply that you have to be harsh.
Yeah.
Right? So if your girlfriend says, does my bum look big in this? And it does, you don't have to go, f***ing hell no! You've been piling on the pounds, haven't you? You look like a whale in that, love. Oh my God, my eyes are bleeding. You could just go, I'm not going to lie, it doesn't look big, but there's definitely trousers that you could wear that would make your ass look better than those do.
Very diplomatic.
Do you know what I mean? You're being honest, you're saying those trousers are not working, love,
but
you're doing it in a nice way.
And you won't get a slap.
Yeah. And you won't get a slap.
Your
being
partner
constructive.
will appreciate the advice.
Exactly.
Yeah, what we're saying is don't be actively honest. It's all about being reactively honest. So don't just walk up to someone on the street and say, your nose is massive! It makes me sick!
Moly, moly, moly!
Yeah, exactly. But if someone approaches you with something,
yeah,
respond honestly.
Exactly.
You don't have to, push honesty onto people.
Exactly. So there we go. The honesty revolution is in full effect. Are you embracing it? Let me find out right now. What do you think of the Alex Baker Show?
Oh my God.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
The Alex Baker Show podcast.
Next week on the show, I'll pick one of them out and play it and dedicate it to y'all punk ass. Isn't that right, guys? Yeah.
I love your ghetto speak tonight.
Yeah, ghetto speak up in this big boy house when I'm cracking on them. Oh.
Random. We're the random rap.
Oh no. Right at the end of the show.
I thought I'd managed to escape this.
I've not got the energy.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, the random rap battle has just commenced. When I use hip-hop language, we get punished by the gods of rock and we have to randomly rap battle each other live in the studio. Nothing's prepared, no lyrics written down. Just pure freestyle rap on a topic of our choice. What's the topic going to be?
What were we even talking about?
Big boy tunes.
Big boy tunes. Can't do that.
It's too hard. What were we talking about before that?
The honesty revolution. Honesty? On the topic of honesty. Are you kidding me?
That sounds like a government-funded rap.
That's going to be so hard. Alright, let's do it on the topic of honesty.
Alright, I guess so.
I don't know how it's going to work. Right, well, all I do know is that I started last time, so either Kevin or Louise.
I vote Kev.
Kevin, it's over to you, dog.
Alright.
Honesty. Arr, 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 arr.
Honesty, it is engulfing me. That's part of the new revolution, you see. We started it here with my man Ali B on the show on the Sundays with you, me and thee. And let me tell you something, it's a worthy cause. You gotta stick with honesty. Bros. Lost the flow.
You're doing well.
Early start. Oh, it's early days, man. It's early days.
Alright, Louise, you want to take over this big boy
dear
rap?
Lord.
Give it up. Give it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go.
So honesty, it's a beautiful thing. It keeps the world spinning. Honestly, I can't rap.
That was good.
Oh, dearie me. I can do like one line, then that's it. I'm
Give us some more. I want some more. Keeps the world spinning.
Honestly, I can't rap. Kev knows where it's at. You should pass the honesty rap over to him.
Yeah. Back to you, Kev.
Back already? You gotta go.
Come on. I might do that gruff voice from before.
My dog's at. Yeah, heavy metal kings. What's up? Baker up on the mic, let's do this. Yeah, honesty is my middle name. Honesty is my real game. When I'm on the mic I spit lyrics truthfully. I don't like liars, I don't wanna see them. I don't wanna converse with you. If you're lying to me, I'm not gonna lie to you. So why don't you respect me? When I'm on the mic I want you to get with me. Not sexually but conversationally. About rapping. What? I don't know.
It's so hard. Honesty's a big topic.
Yeah, come back and strut.
Lies, surrounded by lies. When I put my hands together and look up to the skies, I just want people to be honest to me, my friends and my family. This all sounds a little bit worthy and a little bit nice, but let me take it down. Let me hit you with some truth, some home truth, because honesty is all about truth.
Yo, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can count. Yeah. Hold on, what? That's all I meant to say. Hold on, one sec. Yo. So, I'm sitting beneath the tree, not knowing what's going on in my mind, you see. Suddenly, I'm hit by an apple of destiny. Hits me on the head, it's like, yo, what's up? My name is Honesty. Round and perfectly formed, you see. So you wanna put it in your mouth? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ways of the world. Gravity, gonna hit you in your brain. Lyrically, I'm insane. Gonna come down to your house, kill your wife. Oh my god, that's really brutal. I didn't mean it. I'm sure she's lovely. Oh no.
It's the gruff voice makes me angry. It turns me into one of those angry rappers.
Honesty's a bit too positive to rap about, isn't it?
It's really hard. Louise, what you got, girl? Come back in strong.
Honesty, it blows my mind. You really need people to be kind, be truthful, and true to yourself, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah!
That's it, I'm done.
Yo. There's a little blonde girl that I know. Some people call her a hoe, it ain't so. Her name's Louise. She's real sweet, really nice girl with really nice feet. Normal size feet, normal size body. She's actually a little bit skinny for my personal taste. But I'm just being honest. I don't know what I'm talking about. But let me tell you one thing you might not know about Louise. She's not my main squeeze. She goes out with a guy called Simon. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really nice. But one thing that you really need to know before you start going round to this girl's flow is that she's a little bit mean. Doesn't like a girl called Hayley. Sometimes she creeps up on her, grabs her by the head and pulls her down the stairs into her basement. She ties her up tight with the bitch. Oh my god!
That's so dark!
Sorry, I went too far. I've got chills, that was too dark.
I think Alex is the crazy one.
Sorry about that thing saying you're really skinny. You are thin though.
I am
But it's a
skinny.
healthy skinny.
But I am a midget as well, so
I'm not a midget.
I'm like 5'2".
You're the same height as Kev.
I just thought, what is Kev doing?
I was building up to my rap. It's part of the rap.
No, the thing bed's
Oh, you were
good.
trying to be a fire engine.
I'll do a little.
The police, they're coming after me. I don't know whether I should use the revolution of honesty, because I done a bad thing, you see. I murked a man, I murked my man next to me. I don't know whether to tell the truth or not, because if I do, I'll go to jail and I'll rot.
Oh, yeah, woo! Oh, my gosh, it's too late. Let's go.
The Alex Baker Show podcast.
Yay! That was the podcast. Woo! Party! Yay! Woo! Ow! Yeah! Woo! Ow! Woo! Ow!
Another one uploaded on time, like it's supposed to be.
Boom!
Well, I say on time, it's a very old show, but
yeah.
But we've stuck to the one a week thing.
It's actually from the 5th of February.
Yeah, since we came back from hiatus, we've managed to stick to the one a week.
Yeah, it's been going well.
Maybe we could call this like season 2.
Yeah,
because we had a little break.
Yeah.
So, like TV shows have seasons, and then they're off air for a few months or whatever, and then they come back. This could be like season 2. Or it could have been a mid-season break.
Yeah.
Like when the writer's strike happened and they all had a mid-season break in America.
Yeah. Or it could be like spring.
Yeah.
Or summer.
Right. Yeah.
One of the other seasons.
Yeah, cool.
Kill me dead!
Yeah. So who decides who gets the best instance?